Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Runestone. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do the top 10 listed in all of Magic. So now, at number 10. With the first one being on a list is Leeching Licid from Tempest. It's an uncommon coin for a whopping 20 cents. So this costs 2 mana for this 1-1. Pay 1, tap it. It says it loses the ability and becomes a creature of enchantment that reads, during this upkeep of enchanted creature control, Leeching Licid deals 1 damage to that player instead of a creature. Move Leeching Licid on target creature. You may pay 1 at the end of this effect. So for 1 mana, it's actually not very impressive, but then you might have to deal damage to the creature. Anyway, you got to work around that creature thing. So let's just straight up move on to number 9. And now we have is Gliding Licid from Stronghold. It's an uncommon, going for 16 cents on the market. And you can see in the picture the Gliding Licid ability on the person. And this one basically says enchanted creature gains flying, unlike the other one. But this one costs 3 for a 2/2, but I believe the whole flying thing does make a difference for these type of cards. So let's move on to number 8. And well, we have Convulsing Licid from Stronghold. It's an uncommon, going for 14 cents on the market. And as I already can see that most of these cards are probably going to be from Tempest or Stronghold. Now, unlike the other two, this one says enchanted creature cannot block. Again, this one is 3 for a 2/2, so it's a bit more powerful, and I think it is, because can't block. It's just annoying and good at the same time. So let's move on to number 7. And now we have is Quickening Licid from Tempest. It's an uncommon one for, that's right, 16 cents on the market like every one. But this one says enchanted creature gains first strike 2 for this 1/1. And I won't go into more detail because it's like every other card before this. So let's move on to number 6. And at number 6, we got Transmogrified Licid from Exodus. And it is a uncommon. Well, this one again is not that expensive. So this one is, well, counts as a Licid like any other one. 3 and a 2/2. But because it's from Exodus, guess what? Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and counts as an artifact. So it's like any other one, but I think this one's more universal because it's artifact and specifically not a color. So let's move on to number 5. And we have is Corrupting Licid from Stronghold. It's an uncommon, going for a whopping 18 cents. And I will keep these all short because they do the same thing, but just the specific color. So this one says enchanted creature cannot be blocked except by artifact creatures and black creatures. And I believe this one is more powerful than anything before, and hence the number 5 position. So let's move on to number 4. And lo and behold, we got Enraging Licid from Tempest. It's an uncommon for 18 cents. And this one says enchanted creature is unaffected by summoning sickness. And it costs 2 mana, so, well, you can't. I just love haste. You guys actually know, or summoning sickness back in the day. Haste is pretty good ability. Well, let's move on to number 3. All right, let's begin with Nurturing Licid from Tempest. It's an uncommon, going for 27 whole cents on the market. And this one basically has the creature with regeneration, which I think is ability to be pretty cool because it only costs 1 mana. So let's just move on to number 2. And, well, we got Tempting Licid from Stronghold, uncommon for 30 cents. And, well, this one says all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so. I think that's annoying because it forces the opponent to do something, well, not normal. Well, let's move on to number 1. And guess what? Well, this one is probably the best and only Licid that will ever be made since it's part of the reserve list. Is Dominating Licid Exodus. It's a rare, going for $1.68, and that's because it's on the reserve list. But this one costs 3 mana to put up for this 1/1, and 3 mana to use its ability. It says gain control of enchanted creature. That's actually kind of good and annoying, but for 3 mana, it's just, I'm playing 3 and then 3, and just the 1/1. It's just, there's not many good. These are the top 10 listed cards, believe it or not, which are not good in any way, shape, or form. So I hope you guys have a good day and a good evening.